हरिः ओम्। नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य भाषाप्रवेशप्रथमभागस्य द्वित्रिंशत्तमी कक्षार्थं भवतां सर्वेषां स्वागतम्. Okay, I think so far we have seen the upasargas and the basic upasargas and the rules and how do they actually change the meaning of the dhatu. So now this is little different here now. How a upasarga can be, I mean, we know always upasargas come before dhatu, right? And with that we can actually frame all the vartamana kala sentences like patati, prapatati, prapatataha, prapatanti, vilakhati, vilakhataha, vilakhanti, and anuvadati, anuvadataha, anuvadanti, and all it all works great. Okay, but now the problem is with lang lakara forms. The lang lakara is nothing but the bhutakala forms. For example, apatat, apatatam, apatan, these forms, right? And avadan or avadat, avadatam, avadan. So these forms, right? So wherever the akara prefixed and we make that lang lakara bhutakala forms. So there are three bhutakalas we have studied. One is that lang lakara bhutakala, that is apatat, and tavattu pratyayant bhutakala arthak padam, that is patitavan, patitavati, and sma prayogaha, like balakaha patati sma. We have, I think, hope you remember these three. Okay, but out of these three, only for lang lakara, the upasargas, the way we attach to the verb will change. Okay, for all others we actually always prefix to the dhatus, but for lang lakara we do little different. Okay, how do we do is basically we actually if you take vadati, it becomes avadat, right? And if it is anuvadati, it is not like anuvadat. It will not become like anuvadat, but it becomes anu plus avadat. Okay, hope you are getting the difference. So basically avadat, basically we take the actual verb vadati and we derive the lang lakara avadat, then we prefix the upasarga. Okay, we'll never prefix the upasarga, then we derive the form of lang lakara. That's not the right one. We always derive the lang lakara form for the verb, actual verb without upasargas. Then we actually prefix all the upasargas. Okay, so before that, let us actually take how to derive lang lakara forms. I think we already know the forms, like avadat, avadatam, avadan, and so on. Okay, now I think we already discussed this topic in the earlier. There are cases where what happens if dhatu starts with a vowel, right? If it is a consonant like va or pa, like avadat or apatat, it's so easy. But what if a dhatu starts with a vowel? So that is what we are going to see here. So this is a very short list I prepared to make yourself easy with the lang lakara forms. Okay, though a dhatu can actually start with a vowel, or it can even start with a consonant like ka, cha, or any other consonants, or it can also start with vowel like a, e, u, anything else. But here we are actually more worried about that vowel part. So if dhatu starts with akara or akara, or if it is ikara or ikara, ekara, ikara, or ukara, okara, okara and aukara, and rikara or rikara. Okay, hope we have covered all the varnas except l, but we don't have any dhatu starts with l, so that's fine. Okay, so now with these, if any dhatu starts with these vowels, the past tense form we actually prefix akara, right? A plus then actual dhatu form, right? In that case, for example, if we take atati example for akara, so atati starts with akara, and when you add a in a past tense we prefix akara plus atat, it becomes atat. So basically if akara comes before a or a dhatu, it becomes akara, and similarly if akara comes before ikaradi dhatu or ikaradi dhatu or ekaradi dhatu or ikaradi dhatu, then the combination of these both letters will be replaced with ikara. So example, ichhati. So the past tense form for ichhati would be a plus ichat. So a plus e. So a plus e, the combination becomes I. So it becomes ichat. And similarly, Ikaradi dhatu udarna was irsh, okay, and irshyati is the form, and a plus irshyat, that is the lang lakara form. So a plus e, that becomes I, so it becomes aishyat. Okay, and similarly for a, ekaradi dhatu is age, so it becomes a plus ajat, so a plus a, that is aijat. Okay, hope you are able to follow this. And similarly, if any okara or okara and aukara, then all will be replaced with au. Okay, basically it's only only three or four combinations you need to remember. For example, ukara, let's see. Ukshati is a verb form, and a plus ukshat. So a plus u, it is replaced with au, aukshat. And onayati, a plus onayat, a plus u, it becomes au, aunayat. And onati, a plus o, and it becomes au, aunat. So hope you are able to follow. And next, if it is rakara, so rana is the dhatu, ranati is the form, and a plus ranat, it becomes a plus r, becomes r, so r nath. So hope you are able to follow. So basically only these four combinations you might need to remember, but it's very rare to find dhatus with rakaradi and even the a, I, o, au, or e, or ikara or ukara. So it's very rare usages you can find in spoken sense. Mostly you need to remember for akaradi or akaradi, or ikara, ikara, ukara, ukara. Okay, only if these six, if you are able to remember, I mean, of course these six will transform into akara, aikara and aukara. And it's also good to know other combinations also. Okay, so this gives examples for each one of them, and we don't have a dhatu starting with I, or we don't have dhatu starting with au. So there are no examples for them. Okay, only this is a list, and probably can take this as a reference for your studies actually. Okay, so now we are able to form the lang lakara form with actual verb. So basically this is only for verbs starting with the vowels, but if it is a normal verb starting with consonant, that we already know, like example apatat, avadat, or agachat, and so on, right? So basically now we know how to derive lang lakara forms. So now the next step is, how do you attach to a upasarga? Okay, so for that let us see the upasargas. Okay, if you take any upasargas, for that so there are 22 upasargas, and whichever upasarga generally ends with a vowel. For example, pra or para or apa, if you take, pra ends with akara, and para ends with akara, and anu ends with ukara, and maybe su ends with ukara, and prati ends with ikara. So basically whichever upasarga ends with the vowel, that is where we need to be little careful when you frame the lang lakara forms. So basically we need to prefix the lang lakara, upasarga plus the lang lakara form of the original dhatu without upasargas, right? That is what we understood. So basically if you see these 22 upasargas, only there are only four different endings only is akaranta upasarga, or akaranta upasarga, ikaranta upasarga, and ukaranta upasarga. Only these four endings you can actually find in the top 22 list. I'm not actually talking about the below list at all. So with that, let us see the combinations there. So this is the combination. Basically, a upasarga, the first column shows the ending letter of the upasarga, and the first row on the top, it shows the starting letter after you make that lang lakara form of any dhatu. So basically upasargas can end with any one of these vowels, akara or akara, ikara or ukara. And similarly, when you derive the lang lakara form from the dhatu, it can actually start with akara, aikara, okara and aukara. And akara, aikara, aukara, and again akara here. Sometimes if it is just regular consonant based, consonant based dhatu, then it becomes just rasva hakara, like apatat, just rasva hakara. So basically what I'm saying is the lung lakara form of the verb can start with rasva hakara or akara or aikara or aukara, because even r is also starting with r, akara, so we are leaving it. So only these are the possible combinations you can see. Basically a verb, a lung lakara form can actually start with akara, akara, aikara, aukara, and upasarga can end with akara or akara, ikara and ukara. So now the permutation combination of this is what we are actually worried about. So when akara or akara joined with any of these, it just repeats the same. Akara plus akara or akara becomes akara, and akara plus akara or akara becomes akara, and akara akara plus aikara becomes aikara, and again same for aukara. And similarly for ikara plus akara, ya, generally it becomes ya plus this particular vowel. So e plus a ya, e plus a ya, e plus I ei, e plus au yau, and similarly for ukara it becomes vakara, okay, and u plus a va, u plus a va, and u plus I y, and u plus au wow. Only this is the combination you need to remember. So let us see some examples now. So this is the combination. So basically anu plus a plus atat. Okay. So whenever you may want to combine this, first we need to join and make actual lung lakara form of the dhatu, that is atat. Then you prefix anu. Then it becomes anu plus atat, anvatat. So how it becomes? Anu, it ends with ukara, and atat it starts with akara. So ukara plus akara it becomes va. So basically an plus va plus a plus tat. So it becomes anvatat. So basically either you can go with memorizing this chart, or just keep doing it for a few waves, you will get it becomes naturally for you after that. Prati plus gachati, if you take gachati, the lung lakara form is agachat, and prati plus agachat, prati ends with ikara, and agachat starts with akara, so it becomes ya, pratyagachat. Okay, pratyagachat, that's a lung lakara form of pratigachati. So only thing is, the important thing is upasarga comes much before than the actual lakara form of the verb, that is derived without attaching any upasargas. So that's a very important key factor here. Okay, let us move further. So maybe before moving, if there are any questions, we'll actually take up. Are there any questions?
Agachati, lung roopam will be, if you add a, it will be a only. So agachat. So agachat, if you add prati plus agachati, if you become e plus a yava pratyagachati. Shuddhama.
Yeah, pratyagachati is correct. No, pratyagachat is the correct. Okay, so now pratyagachati is the latlakara form. So there are prati plus a plus gachati. So now to derive the lung lakara form for this, first you derive the lung lakara form for gachati, that is agachat. Okay, then you prefix prati plus a, so it becomes prati plus a plus agachat. Okay, so now let us join a plus agachat. Akara plus akara, it is again akara, so it becomes agachat. So prati plus agachat. So now prati ends with ikara and agachat starts with akara. So ikara plus akara, it becomes ya. So prit ya gachat. So that's the way you need to derive. Yeah, your form is right, but this is the way you will derive.
Can you give an example? Udaharanam datum shaknoti. I for I. Aichat. Aichat. If you add upasarga, how does it come, sir? Aichat. If you take ichati, aichat.
Okay, so can you just do prechati, like ichati upasarga attached with, I mean, pra upasarga is attached, so it becomes prechati. So can you derive the lang lakara form now?
Praichata. Ichati.
Yeah,
Ichati becomes lang lakara a plus if you add a, it will become aichat.
Yes.
Then if you add prati. Prati. Pra plus aichat, so it will become a. All endings are pra.
See, pra ends with akara and aichat starts with aikara. So a plus I becomes aikara.
So praichat. Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
My question was regarding those 22 dhatus. Are there any special names or meanings that are attached to each one of them? Like, for example, how do we know how it transforms to when we add that prefix? What I'm trying to ask is, like some means do well, so or anu is follow, like that. Is there a specific meaning for each one of them that we can use to understand them better?
See, some is to do well or to do it collectively or together. That's a general meaning, but it's not the same for all the dhatus. Example, harati, if you take, harati is to carry, but some harati, if as per you, it should be like carry it well or carry it together. That's the actual meaning, but samharati is actually meaning, it means to kill. So there is no ground rule as such, but all we can take is anu generally means to do it after or repeat it, and that's a kind of a 70% you can actually take. That's a kind of major meaning, but it can still change. And similarly for some, again the majority of meanings are like to do it collectively or to do it together or to do it well. That's a meaning, but it can change. And similarly, pra is again generally used to as a poshanartha, like to enhance the meaning of the dhatu, but it can still change. Like example, tishtati, to stand, and pratishtate, to start. It completely changes the meaning. But vishati and pravishati, it keeps the meaning change. But mostly pra will not change the meaning. It keeps the things same, but certain cases it still changes. But all I suggest is look up into the dictionary. That's the only way to go for.
Okay. Dhanyawad, sir.
Ichchati, like for Vartamana Kala also, this pra plus Ichchati will be Praichati, and for Langlakara also it becomes pra plus Aichat becomes Praichat. Is it right, sir?
No, Vartamana Kala it will be Prechati, and Bhuta Kala, I mean Langlakara, it will be Praichat. Yes, Ekara it will come. That is Guna Sandhi there, but when it comes to Lang Lakara, it becomes Praichat.
So this table, what you have given is only for Bhutakala.
Yes, only for Bhutakala. But if you are interested in deriving the other forms, I would suggest if you can actually go through the Gita Pravesha level 1. Actually, I'll quickly show it. Gita Pravesha level 1, and it actually talks about all sandhis actually, but to have a quick snapshot, go to the day 6 slides. It is there, all the videos are actually there. If you go to the day 6 slides of the Gita Pravesha level 1, there is a chart given here. Okay, this is a chart for all the combinations of all the vowels, and for akara and akara, akara and ikara, akara, ukara. Basically, we are combining all the vowels. You just can refer to this for Vartamana Kala preparation. For example, pra plus Ichchati, if you take, this is for Vartamana. See, Bhuta Kala, it's again the same, but only the difference is with this particular chart. So this chart is different. Okay, only to derive the Bhuta Kala Lang Lakara form of the dhatu which is starting with a vowel. Okay, only that case is a special form. Like for example, here if we take a plus e, it becomes I, but actually the sandhi is a plus e, it becomes a. Okay, everywhere is a. Only for Lang Lakara, when you want to derive if any ikaradi dhatu, if you want to there for lang lakara, then it becomes I. Okay, well, that is only for lang lakara, but remaining everywhere, this is a general convention. Okay, so in that case, if you see pra plus ichchati, pra ending with akara and ichchati starting with ikara, so a plus e becomes a, so it becomes prechati.
Prechati.
Yeah, prechati.
Prechati.
Yeah,
But for
it becomes
Bhutakala,
prechati.
no, it is
Prechati. Yes. In today's session, we have discussed two charts. One is this particular chart, which talks about deriving the lang lakara form, and the second chart is to derive or attach the upasargas. Okay, when you attach upasarga, it's a regular sandhi. Okay, this whatever I have given this for 3/4, this is a regular sandhi. You can even refer to this bigger chart if you are capable, or you can selectively remember these combinations. So basically, I have taken it from the bigger chart and I have given it a selective. You can refer to the day 6. Yeah, Gita Pravesha day 6 slides. You can refer. Yeah. Basically, in Gita Pravesha, first 6 days we covered all the sandhis with proper explanation. Maybe if you are interested, you can go over the Gita Pravesha for 6 lessons if you really want to get strong with this.
I went through them, but I forgot this slide. Thank you very much, sir. It is very useful.
Yeah, fine then. Yeah.
I was asking about that, but you have shown the chart only this one. But previous chart, according to that, one word, prati plus upakara, will it be as pratyopakara?
No, let's take a regular verb, upakaroti, prati plus upakaroti. Prati plus upakaroti is a regular vartamana kala, right? Prati ends with ikara and upakaroti starts with ukara. Just refer this master chart. Ikara plus ukara, you, it becomes you. Pratyupakaroti. Pratyupakaraha. But that is a regular sandhi, but there is nothing related to lang lakara forms. So basically, in the lat lakara, there is no change. We always add upasarga before it, like smarati, vismarati, no change. And agnya prarthana, we again prefix upasarga. And even bhavishyat kala, we will directly prefix. We are going to see that. Example, smarishyati, vismarishyati. And bhutakala, for tavattu pratyaya forms, it's still the same. We actually add upasarga before the form. And for bhutakala, lang lakara alone, we actually will have a little some derivation if there is some vowels involved. Example, asmarat, it becomes v plus asmarat, vyasmarat. And avadat, prati plus avadat, it becomes pratyavadat. So it's not like aprativadat, that is the wrong form. So right form is pratyavadat, that is the right form. The sankshepa of today's session is we went through the book exercises, few book exercises for the regular upasarga prayojanams, and then we have seen the lang lakara vidhanam, how to derive the lang lakara forms when upasarga is attached to it. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video online. If there are any questions or if you want to interact with teachers or students, please log into forum.sanskrit.today, or even you can even log in, join our Telegram group, which is the link for the Telegram group is there in the course page. And subscribe to this channel Sanskrit.today to watch more videos like this, and share this video with your friends and interested people or group. And make use of the comment section to post if there are any suggestions or feedback about this session. And finally, click on the like button. Thank you all for watching this video. Let us meet in the next session. Dhanyavadaha.